Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bakes by Vasco. I'm Michelle with 1L, and I'm glad you're here. Today we are going to be making pistachio zucchini bread because I froze a bunch of zucchini at the end of the season and I was hungry for it the other day. So I made some and it makes 2 loaves, so I sent one to work with my husband, and one of the ladies that he works with, Terry. Hi Terry, if you're watching. Uh, Sent a text back and asked if she could pay me to make some. So I said sure, and today we are going to make that pistachio zucchini bread together. What you're going to need is flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, instant pistachio pudding mix, eggs, sugar, vanilla, vegetable oil, and of course, zucchini. Now, let's get to baking. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then you're going to take your dry ingredients, which is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and your 1 3.4-ounce box of instant pistachio pudding mix, and you're going to whisk them together until they're all combined. And then you're just going to set that off to the side and take another bowl holding 1 3/4 cups of sugar, and you're going to add to that 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. Now, we're going to mix that together until it's nice and lemony colored. All right. Next, we're going to add our vegetable oil, and that is 3/4 cup, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. We'll mix that together. And your last wet ingredient you're going to add is 2 cups of shredded zucchini. And we'll mix that in by hand so we don't bruise the fruit. Now, that dry mixture that you put away a minute ago, pull it back out. Put the dripping thing out of my way for a minute. And you're going to pour your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. Scrape down the sides of your bowl, get it all. Put this out of the way. Now you're going to mix it until it's nice and smooth. Now I'm going to scrape down the sides of my bowl and make sure there's no dry pockets hiding, which there are in the very bottom. Mix that up one more time. All right. Now, this is going to make 2 loaves, and we're going to do an experiment. I have 1 9x5 glass pan and 1 9x5 metal pan. I'm going to fill each of these half full, or with half the batter, and we're going to see which takes longer to bake, which has a better crumb, better crust, and if it enhances or changes the flavor in any way, shape, or form. First thing you're going to want to do is take some baking nonstick spray. I use butter spray, and spray these liberally so your loaves don't stick. And then you're just going to pour your batter half and half. Let it spread out. While I'm doing this, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and like this video. And if you make it, tell me what you think in the comments. All right, our oven is preheated already to 350 degrees, so we're going to throw these in there for 55 minutes or until the center tests clean. All right, everybody, our timer has gone off, and I have pulled our zucchini pistachio bread out of the oven. We're going to let it cool in the pan for 10 minutes, and then we will transfer it to a wire rack to cool completely before we get to the best part. All right, everybody, our loaves cooled in the pan for 10 minutes, and then we put them out on the wire rack to cool completely. And now it is time to get to the best part of anything I bake, the eating. These are nice and moist, They both cooked the same amount of time. Neither one of them cooked faster. They both have the same outside crumble. They both have the same, they look exactly the same, glass or metal. We'll see once we cut into them. This is the metal pan, so we'll see what it does. Once again, this is Bakes by Vasco. I'm Michelle with 1L. I hope you've hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Perfect.